Hi, Melinda. I am the owner of Healers International and I am also the creator of Supernova and Melinda Waxes. Today we are going to wax your underarms. Simple, easy. No more DIY mess ups. This is going to be the best training you have ever seen just in a few minutes. What do we need when we do underarm waxing? Number one, you need to have a pre-wax spray. Disinfect the skin before you apply any form of wax to your body. If you applied a little bit too much disinfectant, you have got powder that will absorb the moisture so that the wax can apply more easily to the skin. When you are waxing, you can choose between a hot wax or a film wax. I strongly recommend a film wax. Film wax is always applied in the same direction of hair growth. When you are actually putting the wax into your wax heater, these are the Homecare pots that we recommend for you. The temperature should always be on medium. Your film wax, which we have Pink Ladies, we also have Vortex Azure and Milky Way, is then directly put into your wax heater. It takes about 5, 10, 15 minutes depending how hot you put your heater on, and you can heat up your wax just like that. What is the correct temperature by which I can apply the wax, and how do I test it? Very simple. I always wear gloves, so I take the most sensitive part of my skin. I take from my wax heater a little bit of the Pink Ladies, very, very little bit. If the wax is not completely dripping off your wax spatula, you are fine. Take a little bit of the area that hasn't completely melted, and then you can actually see the difference. It's not falling off the actual spatula. Then take your risk and then take the wax and thinly apply it by giving yourself rounded edges at the top and the bottom. Okay, once you have done that, you then wait for a few seconds, put your hands on to make sure that it's dry, lift it from the skin, remove. You can already see by the outline on my skin and why this wax is completely amazing. Pure synthetic wax, and it literally is so soft and pliable, it doesn't break. You can play with this wax as long as you want. Step 1 for your underarm. You first take your pre-wax spray and you apply a little bit onto a cotton pad, and you take your underarm, stretch it as far as possible and clean the underarm area. Turn your cotton pad around and take a little bit of a fragrance-free powder, put it a little bit into your gloves and just rub over the area just to make sure that you can bring those lovely hairs to the top. I've been waxing for a very long time, so you're not going to see a lot of hair on me, but at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, we are still going to wax. Take a little bit of the film wax, make sure that your temperature is at the correct one. Your hairs from the middle of your underarm grow towards your elbow. So take your wax and then in the upward direction, very simply, apply the wax neatly onto the skin. Turning it nicely. It's not easy to wax yourselves, but you know what? No one's judging. Take that spatula and please throw it in the dustbin. You're going to wait for a few moments for it to dry, and if you've messed a little bit of wax, look how easy that wax just comes off the clothes. You know, even as a professional, it's difficult to wax yourself. Take your underarm, stretch it as far as possible. Make sure it's supported, okay? From the top, neatly down. I'm just holding it nicely. Support the skin, and one more time, down. Don't rush it, just be nice and careful. And you can see all those hairs are now gone. Okay, you can also view them more obviously on the actual strip. Did you notice that the strip did not break? Lots of other product houses' waxes, their strips break. Take another clean spatula, so you always disinfect the area, okay, into the wax heater, just a little bit, very, very little bit. Make sure that it's not going to fall off your spatula, okay. You do not have to use a lot of wax like all other wax brands. Ours is so pliable, so pliable. There we go. And now we've got the hair that grows in the downward direction. So you take your spatula and you go nice and neatly, bring it up in the downward direction. See how I support the skin? By stretching as far as possible. Get all those hairs in. Okay, keeping it nice and round. Okay. Waiting for a few seconds. And I have one of the most sensitive skin types. Okay, give it a little bit of a pull, support, and up. And there we go. nice clean underarm. And then you can see the actual strip itself, the wax is still beautiful and pliable. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take a little bit of the blueberry cream, a little bit of the blue ice, mix the two together and rub on the underarm. Contact us for your home care kit from Helia D.